Hello everybody and welcome back. This is my reaction video of the final in US Open. The overwhelming favorite, my pick for the winner in my preview, Rafael Nadal, won his 4th and 19th Grand Slam title in a 5-set battle against Daniil Medvedev. This was a superb match because Rafa took the first 2 sets. I thought the match was pretty over because when Nadal meets good opponents, who is not Djokovic and Federer, somehow some of them managed to give Rafa a fight for one set, maybe a couple of games. And that's what that scenario seems to happen in that match again. Daniil Medvedev broke Nadal early, but then got broken back again, and the match was leveled. And the match first set, they went toe to toe to 5-5, and then Rafa managed to dig out some good tennis and broke him again. Daniil Medvedev did 2 mistakes. He hesitated too much and approached the net, and Nadal punished him from that. And then in the second set, the match was equal again, and then Rafa got the break when he was up 3-2, and the set was pretty much over. It seems like Medvedev tried to push Nadal, but Nadal pushed him from corner to corner and was more consistent and made a little less unforced errors, because Medvedev created more winners in the first 2 sets. But Rafa won because Medvedev did more mistakes, more unforced errors, and he was more clutch on the important moments. And then in the 3rd and the 4th set, we saw what a fighter, what a talent, what a ball machine Daniil Medvedev is. Because when he plays his tennis, it's hard to hit through him. And Nadal tried his best, like he always does, but couldn't manage to win. And Daniil Medvedev won the 3rd set. I think it was 7-5. It was a pretty tight set also. It could have gone either way, but Medvedev dug deep in his toolbox and won the set fair and square, and also grabbed the 4th set, and the match went to a decider. And I thought to myself, could this be it? The first time I've seen Nadal lose from when he's 2 sets ahead in a Grand Slam. Could this be the first time? The match was standing still. It could have gone either way. And then Nadal got the break, and the air went out from Medvedev. And Nadal grabbed his 19th title in Grand Slam and his 4th in US Open. He won his first in 2010, second one in 2013, and 2017 his 3rd. And this is the 4th title he has won. It's pretty amazing stats from a player that many consider as only a clay court player, but those are biased fans who doesn't see Nadal's greatness, because Nadal is one of a kind. I like Federer's tennis, but I'm an Andre Agassi fan. I've been that for 3 decades now, since I saw him first play. I've seen many greats like Sampras, Wilander, Lendl, Becker, Edberg, to name few of them. And Nadal is the guy that has the biggest will to win, because you saw we have talked about this many times before in my videos, that Rafael Nadal is the most consistent player in the world. To beat him, you have to do the match of your life, which probably Medvedev almost did. But sometimes that's not enough. If you're not Federer or Djokovic or a guy like Söderling, who had his best match of his life, plus that extra percentage that is necessary, because in this match Nadal was full fit to 100%. He played his best tennis. This match went to a 5-set, and that shows that now Rafael Nadal is beatable, but you have to be there all the time. You can't go away for 2 or 5 minutes. Then you give Nadal the break, and Nadal won't give you the break easily. He's not Santa Claus. Like I said in my previous video, you have to earn your victory to get through Nadal. And Daniil Medvedev almost did that, and he should be very happy with his performance. He did what many people haven't done, except Djokovic and Federer, took Rafa to a 5-set battle in a Grand Slam final. Daniil Medvedev have now claimed the number 4 spot on the ranking, well deserved. His American Tour tournaments, where he lost 3 finals and won 1, should be considered as a superb result, even though the losses is still, nobody wants to lose and come second. But if you look at his opponent, he lost to Nadal in Toronto, he lost to Nick Kyrgios in 2 tie sets in Washington, where he did a superb performance. He would have won against anybody who was standing across the net in that match, Nick Kyrgios. And then he won his maiden Masters tournament in Cincinnati, and then he managed to reach the second week of US Open and took the final spot after wins. He won against Stan Wawrinka in the quarter and Dimitrov in the semifinal, and he should be very proud, and I hope he can keep this level after this. Some people, when they come up, when they're not the big 3, when they do good performances in Grand Slams, they usually disappear for a while. I hope that Daniil Medvedev doesn't do that this time, because tennis needs guys like him. He showed that he can challenge the big 3 from the court, and they have already beaten Novak earlier this year. He have never beat Rafa or Roger, but if he keep up with this, improve, train harder, he can do that in the future for sure. And Rafael Nadal, he's now 1 behind Federer. The gap has almost closed. He has closed in the gap almost. He will probably win 1 or 2 or 3 more French Open. He has that in his body. Only injury can stop him. And then you have to think, he has reached the 3 Grand Slam final this year and won 2 of them, and semis in Wimbledon. So he is considered as the favorite, in first or second favorite in the rest of the tournaments outside French Open also. So he has pole position now almost after Roger, because I think he will surpass him. I've said that before. Roger had this great opportunity in Wimbledon, but he didn't seal the deal, as we all know. And Rafael Nadal has a chance, a goal to go forward to, like he always has. But now he's so close, he won't give up. That's how Nadal works, my friends. And what can we say? What we haven't said about Rafa before. It's so hard to beat this guy. It's so hard to beat, because you have to be there for hours And Daniil Medvedev almost did that, but it wasn't enough. Rafa put out not only the mental beast in him, the mental game also, and turned this around, because I've really thought that Daniil will have a great shot in the fifth set. He wasn't that tired. He have impressed me. I didn't know that this match was going to go to a fifth set, because I thought that he will get tired if he takes one set from Rafa, and Rafa will win in 3 straight sets or 3-1. So he surprised me, actually. And that's something he can take from this loss. And he should be proud of himself and just focus on the upcoming tournaments. We'll see how his body will react. If he's mental tough, which I think he is. And this US Open was full of surprises, as we all know. Many of the top seed lost in the early rounds. Team, Tsitsipas, to name a few of them. Zverev in the 4th round. We have many players that lost early. And eventually Roger and Novak also lost early. It was not in my book, but it can happen, because US Open is the most unpredictable Grand Slam of them all. And I had Nadal as my number 1 pick, even though deep down I didn't want him to win, because I root for Federer now. But credit to the one who deserves it, and Rafa deserved this victory. Some say his draw was too easy and stuff like that. It doesn't matter to me. He did his job. He can only play against the guy who's crossed the net. So his victories over Millman, Chang, Cilic, Schwartzman, Berrettini, and finally Medvedev was received that Nadal does his job. He does this dirty job. He wins these 9 high intensive matches against this lower ranked player. He always does his job. That's his greatness. He doesn't sink his guard. He always keep up his level. And that's why Rafael Nadal is the 2019 US Open champion. Big congratulations to Rafael Nadal and his team. And it's always a pleasure to see when he is so committed, so determined, so fierce. He is tennis. I think there's no guy on tour that likes tennis more than him. Or should we say, to win more than him. Alright folks, that was all for today. Have a nice day, take care, and bye bye.